Yunus Soner with latest information on what is going on in the Middle East at this hour. Hi, Yunus. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, good evening from Istanbul, Turkey, neighboring country of Iran, and just 500 kilometers approximately away the southern border of Turkey from Israel. The latest information we have here is that Israel has started another attack. We have reports coming from the Iranian cities of Tehran, Isfahan, Kermanshah, as well as Tabriz in the northwest of the country. But the Iranian defense is active. Air defense is active. There is footage showing how the Iranian air defense is defeating attacks by Israeli missiles. So until now, there is no new damage reported from Iran, as far as we can judge from here. We have seen today's evening 4 waves of Iranian missiles, ballistic missiles that targeted Israel in response to Israel's aggression of yesterday. Major targets were hit by this attack. Among them was the Ministry of Defense, the financial center in both in Tel Aviv, as well as the port of Haifa. The Nevatim military base of Israel was also hit, where, according to reports, Israeli soldiers were killed or injured. And we have also reports and some footage showing two F-35 stealth fighters of the Israeli Air Force, which have been shot down by the Iranian air defense. Iranian media reports that one of the plane's pilots, a woman, has been captured by the Iranian authorities. Israel denies that these two planes were shot down. In parallel, we have a number of celebrations going on in respect to the Iranian response against Israel's aggression. We see hundreds of people taking to the streets, of course, in Iranian cities, but beyond as well. People took to the streets in Yemen, in Beirut, the capital of Lebanon, and also here in Ankara, in Turkey's capital. Hundreds of citizens took to the streets waving both Iranian flags and also Palestinian flags, as they considered this not just an achievement for Iran, but also for the cause of Palestine. We also have notices that Iran supported militia groups in Iraq have become active, demanding the retreat of US soldiers from that country. And still unconfirmed reports had stated before that the US military base in the north of that country, in Arbil, had been attacked by Iran, but as I said, not confirmed until now. Also unconfirmed, but very important, is the news that Iran is planning to shut down the Strait of Hormuz, which is the main, well, the only exit point of the Persian Gulf, and that would affect oil exports from the Persian Gulf to the world. We have already seen today a rise in oil prices. In such a case, that the oil transport from the Persian Gulf to the rest of the world would be stopped, then we would see, of course, a much bigger increase in the oil prices. The UN Security Council has convened on Iran's demand, discussing Israel's aggression. Iran has called this aggression by Israel, supported by the United States, condemned it. It also condemned the deliberate and systematic killings of individuals, of innocent civilians, of nuclear scientists as well. We have to remember, our audience, that Israel targeted nuclear facilities, taking into account taking into account a possible meltdown of these facilities and causing a nuclear catastrophe on Iranian soil, which of course is the worst possible scenario that did not happen until now. The International Atomic Energy institution in Vienna. Its direct general director Grossi, an Argentinian diplomat, had stated that there was some nuclear leakage in the Natanz reactor in central Iran, but Iranian authorities did not confirm that. They said that there is no serious damage and no nuclear contamination here. So the latest situation is that the UN Security Council is holding its session. Interesting and worth emphasizing is the statement of the Russian envoy in the UN Security Council, who blamed Britain, the United Kingdom, to have assisted having assisted Israel in this attack by hiding certain military aircraft on the island of Cyprus. And he also criticized the United States for withdrawing from the JCPOA agreement that had lifted sanctions against Iran in exchange for the country's giving up on nuclear armament, an agreement that had been achieved under Obama and that the current president, Donald Trump, canceled back then, and which was like kind of the goal of renewed negotiations, which are on hold, obviously. They were going to take place on this weekend, on this Sunday, in the country of Oman, but given the aggression of Israel, which is by several sources considered as a direct sabotage on these negotiations, the meeting between the United States and the Iranian representatives in Oman has been cancelled. So right now, to recap the situation, we have had 4 waves of ballistic missile attacks by Iran as a response on Israeli aggression. These attacks seem to have been successful, seem to have overcome the Iron Dome and also the US assistance against them. And right now we have the retaliation by Israel again against the cities of Tehran, Isfahan, Kermanshah, and Tabriz, which are being successfully defended by the Iranian air defense.
Thank you, Yunus, for all the insight live from Turkey with all the informations coming up from the Middle East.
You're welcome.
We will keep in contact for sure as the news unfold in this escalation of tensions and everything that is going on the Middle East. The reactions keep coming from all corners of the world to repudiate these